It started with a question that seemed harmless, almost playful. A question meant to break the ice, but in that moment, it was anything but. "What's your call sign?" the captain asked, smirking. She smiled politely, but inside she felt a tension that no one could see. No one, that is, except those who knew her true story. What city are you watching from today? If this story resonated with you, hit subscribe for more real stories about extraordinary people. She had always been underestimated. From the moment she walked onto the base, she noticed the sideways glances, the subtle tests of her competence, the half smiles that carried quiet doubts. To some, she was just another face in the ranks, a young woman trying to find her place among the hardened Marines. Her name wasn't important to them yet. Her past wasn't either. What mattered, in their eyes, was how she looked, how she carried herself, and how she answered when they challenged her. And challenge her, they did. She was meticulous, disciplined, and patient, learning quickly the unspoken rules of the Marine Corps. She noticed how every laugh, every remark, even the smallest gesture could carry weight. Every interaction was a test, every word a measure. She didn't push back, not yet. She let the world underestimate her, let them assume she was ordinary, let them make the mistake of thinking she could be written off. Her first days in the field were a blur of drills, formations, and endless evaluations. The captain, a seasoned officer with a sharp tongue and sharper pride, had a habit of teasing new recruits, especially those who didn't immediately fit his expectations. That day, he had singled her out, asking for her call sign. His tone was light, almost mocking. She paused, just long enough for a flicker of curiosity to cross the room. Then she answered. The laughter started softly, just under the surface, but it was enough to make her stomach tighten. "Call sign?" the captain repeated, leaning back, as if awaiting a joke or a stumble. The others were watching, waiting. The tension in the air was almost tangible, a delicate thread that could snap at any second. She could feel it, the subtle weighing of her worth, the assumption that she didn't belong, that she was smaller than the uniform she wore. Every Marine has felt that pressure at some point, being measured, being doubted, being reduced to what others think you are. But she carried something inside her that no one could see, no one could measure. Experience, skill, a quiet confidence honed in silence. The captain chuckled, expecting a simple, harmless answer. Something conventional. Something that would roll off the tongue and be forgotten in seconds. He didn't expect the weight behind her words. He didn't expect that the name she would give him carried history, respect, and a reputation that preceded her in shadows. "Sticky Six," she said. The room shifted. Air felt heavier. Eyes narrowed, and there was a pause that stretched longer than any joke should. The captain's smirk faltered. He blinked, a microsecond too late to hide the recognition that flashed across his face. The name wasn't just a call sign, it was a declaration. A signal that beneath the unassuming exterior was someone who had earned her place not just by standing in the ranks, but by commanding respect even before she walked into the room. But he didn't say anything. He tried to mask it with a cough, a joke, anything to regain control. The others sensed it, the shift in power that didn't need words. She didn't gloat. She didn't smile. She simply waited, letting the weight of her presence settle over the room like a quiet storm. Days before, he had made casual jokes, testing the waters with pointed comments about her experience, her capabilities, even her rank. He thought he was the one in control. He thought he understood the dynamics of the team. But he had misread her entirely. Every training exercise, every decision, every maneuver she executed had been under scrutiny. And every time she had exceeded expectations, not loudly, not boastfully, but efficiently, with precision and calm. Each small victory, unnoticed by some, built toward this moment. The captain had been unaware of just how capable she was, of how much authority her reputation carried among those who had truly served with her before. And then, in that instant, recognition struck him like a cold wave. Sticky Six was not just a call sign. It was a legend. A story whispered in training halls, shared among elite units. A mark of someone who had faced impossible odds. Someone whose presence commanded respect before a single word was spoken. The room, previously filled with light-hearted laughter, fell silent. Every Marine sensed the gravity of the moment. No one moved. No one spoke. The captain's confident posture wavered. He could feel the invisible weight of her experience, the years of dedication, the countless moments where she had proven herself, sometimes in ways that would never be spoken aloud. Sticky Six wasn't just a name. It was proof. Proof that she had been through fire and returned. Proof that she had earned a place that demanded acknowledgement. Proof that underestimating her was a mistake one could not afford to repeat. For the first time that day, the captain realized the depth of his misjudgment. The casual smirk, the playful teasing, the assumption that she was just another face in the ranks, it had all been shattered by a simple answer, a simple truth. She had revealed who she was not with arrogance, but with the quiet authority of someone who knows their own worth. The tension didn't break with anger, nor with confrontation. It broke with recognition, respect, and the subtle, unspoken understanding that the dynamics of the room had changed forever. She had arrived not just as a Marine, but as someone whose presence altered the very energy around her, and she didn't even need to raise her voice. The story of Sticky Six did the talking. Every glance, every breath in the room acknowledged her. Even the captain, who now understood the weight of the name he had so casually questioned. The lesson wasn't just about respect, nor was it about proving oneself. It was about patience, discipline, and the quiet power of letting others underestimate you until it is far too late for them to recover. She had entered the room unassumingly, had let the world assume she was ordinary, and had revealed at the perfect moment that she was extraordinary. It was a reminder that sometimes power isn't about confrontation. It's about presence, preparation, and the subtle confidence to stand firm when everyone else doubts you. Her colleagues never saw her in the same light again. The captain, humbled and respectful, learned to carry a different kind of awareness, a lesson that no rank or title alone could teach. She didn't gloat. She didn't brag. She simply continued her duties, quietly commanding the respect that had always been hers. The moral is clear. Never underestimate someone based on appearances, gender, or assumptions. True strength often lies in silence, in experience, and in the names and reputations carried quietly by those who have earned them. What did this story make you feel? Where are you watching from? Subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more real stories that heal the heart.